Chapter-1. We and our environment. Let's learn. Environment and its components. Human environment. Environmental pollution. Environment and its components. Our planet Earth supports a wide diversity of life, including humans and a host of plants and animals. These organisms are dependent on the environment to fulfill their needs. Man is also constantly interacting with the environment in order to fulfill his needs. These needs include oxygen for breathing, food and shelter, in addition to social needs like communication, transportation, entertainment, healthcare, etc. The things that man requires for his survival and comfort are called resources. The environment is a reservoir of resources. Maintaining the natural resources of the environment and their careful use is called conservation. The conservation of environment involves the conservation of natural resources. Environment is defined as the surroundings in which an organism lives. In other words, everything around us and affecting us is called environment. The term environment refers to all the external conditions in which an organism lives. It is derived from the French word environ, which means to surround. InfoHive, World Environment Day is observed on 5th June. Geography also studies the interrelationship between human beings and their environment. Based on the origin, environment can be classified into two major components: natural environment and human-made environment. The environment that consists of all objects created by nature is called natural environment. The natural environment comprises land, water, air, plants and animals. Other elements such as agriculture, industries, transportation, parks, etc. are created by human beings. Hence, they constitute the human-made environment. These two types of environment interact with one another. This interaction brings about many changes. Some of these are: various landforms are created and destroyed due to natural phenomena and human activities. Climatic conditions constantly keep changing in different seasons. New species of plants and animals evolve while some species become extinct in a continuous cycle. Changes in environment brought about the evolution of human beings. Changes in natural environment cause variations in human environment, and the reverse is equally true. Here is the picture of the components of our environment. Natural, air atmosphere, water hydrosphere, living organisms biosphere. Human-made, buildings, park, bridge, industry, monuments, political. Human, individual, family, community, religion, education, economy. Natural environment. The environment may be the physical environment, the chemical environment, or the biological environment. Thus, the environment has two components, abiotic and biotic. The abiotic environment includes the air atmosphere, water hydrosphere and land lithosphere. The biotic environment includes the plants and animals, including humans, biosphere. The physical or abiotic environment sustains the biological environment. The two interact in the biosphere and exchange matter and energy. Lithosphere. The word lithosphere is derived from the Greek word lithos, meaning rock. Lithosphere is the solid crust or the hard top layer of the earth. It is made up of rocks and minerals and is covered by a thin layer of soil. It covers the entire surface of the earth from the top of Mount Everest to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. The surface of the earth extends both over the continents and ocean basins. It includes the mountains, plateaus, plains and valleys. Brain tickler. Why is World Environment Day observed on June 5? The lithosphere is very important because it's a large reservoir of resources. which are very useful to man. The majority of the material objects which man requires are supplied by lithosphere. It has an average thickness of about 100 kilometers. The lithosphere serves as a source of minerals. The minerals supply the basic materials required for making a variety of commodities which man uses daily. The lithosphere is also the major source of fuels such as coal, petroleum and natural gas. Without these fuels, human life as we know it today would have been impossible. The lithosphere in combination with hydrosphere and atmosphere plays a vital role in the growth of plants and animals. It provides nutrients to the plants. The plants are the ultimate source of food for man and all other animals. The lithosphere provides land for building houses, roads, factories and for growing crops. Hydrosphere. The hydrosphere is the total amount of water on a planet. It includes water that's on the surface of the planet, under the ground, and in the air. A planet's hydrosphere can be liquid, vapor, or ice. On Earth, liquid water exists on the surface in the form of oceans, lakes, and rivers. It also exists below ground as groundwater in wells and aquifers. In vapor form, water exists as water vapor in the atmosphere. The frozen part of Earth's hydrosphere is made of ice, glaciers, ice caps, and icebergs. Water moves through the hydrosphere in a cycle. Water collects in clouds and then falls to Earth in the form of rain or snow. This water collects in rivers, lakes and oceans. Then it evaporates into the atmosphere to start the cycle all over again. This is called the water cycle. Brain tickler. Does the total amount of water in the hydrosphere always remain the same? Atmosphere. The envelope of air which surrounds the Earth is called the atmosphere. It is retained in its place by Earth's gravity. It acts as a security blanket. The atmosphere protects life on Earth by absorbing ultraviolet radiation, warming the surface through heat retention, and reducing temperature extremes between day and night. The changes in weather and climate are also due to the presence of atmosphere. The atmosphere provides us life-giving oxygen as also carbon dioxide for survival of plants. Humans are not the only ones who need oxygen. All kinds of animals need it too. Life on Earth could not exist without atmosphere. Brain tickler. Why is life not possible on Moon? Biosphere. The biosphere is the narrow zone where the lithosphere, the hydrosphere, and the atmosphere interact with each other to support life. The word biosphere has been derived from the Greek word bios, meaning life, and the Latin word sphere, meaning total range. Biosphere hence refers to the living world and includes all plant and animal life. The biosphere, though relatively smaller in size, supports about 15 lakh different species of organisms. Without the biosphere, the Earth would be a lifeless planet such as Mars or Venus. Humans have made a huge impact on the biosphere in both positive and negative manner. The growth of the human population on Earth means there is less room for other species. Because of this, many types of plants and animals have been partially or completely wiped out. The biosphere sustains us, both with the food that we eat and with the air that we breathe. Whether we are vegetarians or meat eaters, the energy and protein we need to build our bodies come from things in the biosphere. Ecosystem. Everything in the natural world is interrelated. Plants, animals, and human beings depend on their immediate surroundings. They are often interdependent on each other as well. These relations of dependence and interdependence together constitute an ecosystem. In other words, An ecosystem is the system formed as a result of the complex interactions of all living organisms with each other and with the physical and chemical factors of the environment in which they live. Large rainforests, grasslands, deserts, lakes, mountains, oceans, rivers, and even small ponds are examples of ecosystem. Water, temperature, plants, animals, air, light, and soil all work together to sustain life. If there is not enough light or water, or if the soil does not have the right nutrients, the plants will die. If the plants die, animals that depend on them will die. If the animals that depend on the plants die, the animals that depend on these plant-eating animals will also die. Ecosystems in nature work in the same way. All the parts work together to make a balanced system. Human environment. A healthy environment is an absolute necessity for the well-being of all organisms, including man. Human beings interact with the environment and modify it according to their needs. Evolution of human beings. Early humans adapted themselves to the natural surroundings. They led a simple life and fulfilled their requirements from the natural resources around them. With time, needs grew and became more varied. Humans learned new ways to use resources and changed the environment. Info-hive. Barter system is a trade in which goods are exchanged without the use of money. Every 3 months, people in the US throw away enough aluminum cans that could rebuild all the airplanes in the country. They learned to grow crops, domesticate animals, and led a settled life. The wheel was invented, surplus food was produced, barter system emerged, trade and commerce developed. Industrial revolution enabled large-scale production of goods. Transportation became faster and information technology made communication easier and quicker across the world. All our needs, big and small, are met by the environment. All primary human economic activities such as farming, fishing, mining and forestry provide raw materials and food, without which no human society can survive and progress. However, man, having reached the pinnacle of evolution, is trying to bring about changes in the environment to suit his convenience. Unfortunately, this convenience is temporary. In the long run, man is losing out on a healthy environment as he has disturbed the natural environmental balance. Environmental pollution. The Industrial Revolution brought with it technological progress such as discovery of oil and its virtually universal use throughout different industries. Technological progress facilitated by super-efficiency of capitalist business practices, division of labor, cheaper production costs, overproduction, overconsumption, overpollution has probably become one of the main causes of serious deterioration of natural resources. At the same time, of course, development of natural sciences led to better understanding of negative effects produced by pollution on the environment. Environmental pollution is a problem both in developed and developing countries. Factors such as population growth and urbanization invariably place greater demands on the planet and stretch the use of natural resources to the maximum. Here is the picture of environmental pollution in England in the 19th century. It has been argued that the carrying capacity of Earth is significantly smaller than the demands placed on it by large numbers of human population, and overuse of natural resources often results in nature's degradation. So it becomes necessary to balance the environment. People have to learn and maintain harmony with the environment. Recap. Environment is defined as the surroundings in which an organism lives. The environment of that consists of all objects created by nature. It is called natural environment. The abiotic environment includes the air atmosphere, water hydrosphere, and land lithosphere. The biotic environment includes the plants and animals biosphere. Plants, animals, and human beings depend on their immediate surroundings. Factors such as population growth and urbanization invariably place greater demands on the planet and stretch the use of natural resources to the maximum.